بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا حبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي رب زدني علما رب زدني علما رب زدني علما. So today you're going to meet fourth son of Mr. Now. We have barely met with Mr. Noun's fourth son's third child. Yeah, but inshallah today we're going to meet with Mr. Noun and we call it Arab in Arabic. This is a very big subject. Call it Arab. Okay? Arab. And Arab has 3 children. You've met with 1 children already, by the way. Number 1 is Marfu. Second is Mansub. Third one is Majroor. You already know Majroor. So here we go now. So Arab has 3 sons called, and this Marfu can be called Rafa. Abbreviation R. On Nasab. Like Mansub, Nasab, the same thing. And Majroor or Jar. So Mr. Arab has 3 children. First one is called Rafa or Marfu. Abbreviation R. Second one is called Mansub or Nasab. Abbreviation N. Third one is called Majroor or Jar. Abbreviation J. So how do we recognize Marfu, Nasab and Jar? And what are they anyway? What are they? Arab means, what is Arab? Is the ending sounds which indicate role of noun in that sentence. Yeah? What does it mean? It means whether the noun we are looking at, it's a subject or it is an object or it is majroor, that's why it is coming after prepositions. Do you understand? I can say possession shows possession. If it is a subject, it will be Rafa. If it is an object, it will be Nasab. If it is showing possession or coming after prepositions, it will be Jar. I'm going to start from the left side. Examples. Saqata al-baytu. Saqata is a verb, so ignore it for a timing. Al-baytu, the house. Now I want you to look here now. Al-baytu. Second sentence, al-bayta. Third sentence, al-bayti. There's no difference in the meaning. Al-bayt means the house. But why it is al-baytu here, al-bayta here, al-bayti here? Why? Because this is the Arab, the ending sound. It indicates the role of that noun in that particular sentence. Here, noun is a subject. It says saqat al-bayt. Saqata means falling down. Saqat al-baytu, this is present past tense. That's why saqat, the house fell down. How did I know the house fell down? Because of this dhamma at the end, this pesh at the end on top. And this pesh has made this al-baytu the subject of that sentence because it is rafa. Because this dhamma or this pesh is a sign that it is Rafa. Pesh means Rafa, Dhamma. Okay? Dhamma in Pesh means it is Rafa. It means it is subject. Saqat al-baytu, the house fell down. Let's take the second sentence. Dakhaltul bayta, I entered. This is verb. Dakhaltul bayta, I entered the house. Again, it is the house, but this time it is ta with fatha, zabar. But it is coming as nasab. How do I know this fatha telling me that this is as object? Al-bayt is this time, it's not rafa, it is nasab because of the presence of fatha, zabar. I entered the house. Now, babul bayti. If you come across a phrase where it's showing possession, door of the house, then the noun will get jar status. This is the second scenario where noun gets jar status. The first one you've already studied, if there's a preposition present before the noun. Yeah? Now, babul bayti. So if it is possession, then the noun gets jar status as well. It's called mudaf alayh. So door of the house. It's possession. So here we go now. So look, al-baytu, al-bayta, al-bayti. Why? Because they are playing a different role in the sentence. And how do we recognize this role? By the presence of these signs, in case when it is singular. And look at this one. In Arabic, nouns have different endings to show their function in a sentence. These are called noun cases or tashkil. I call it Arab, okay? Now, so here we go. In English, we call it nominative, accusative, genitive. In Arabic, we call it marfu, mansub, majroor. You already know this term. How do we recognize marfu? When it is dhamma, pesh, or dhamma tanween. Second is mansub. How do we recognize it? Fatha or fatha tanween. Third one is genitive, majroor, to shows possession or comes after a preposition or an adverb. These are the three scenarios where a noun can get a genitive status. Now, look at this now. Al-kitabu, al-kitaba, al-kitabi. Kitabun, kitaban, kitabin. Look, the endings are different, isn't it? But there's no change in the meaning. Book is still book. It remains book. House still remains a house. But how do we know that what role it is playing? By the ending sounds. Muhammadun, Muhammadan. There's an alif missing here. Muhammadan, Muhammadin. Why it is different? Because they're playing a different role. That was for singular. Now, before I move on, there's a special thing you need to remember. For singular nasab, for masculine, we always add alif at the end. Suppose if I have to write kitab, I would write kitaban. Suppose you have to write babun, I'm going to write ba ban. So you have to add extra alif, just for masculine. Okay? Now, so we are reading from right to left. Muslimun is a singular rafa sound. What about dual? If it is ani sound, then it is rafa. And if it is una sound, then it is rafa. So un, ani, and una are rafa. Marfu, they are subject. But if you come across Muslim man, maini, or mina sound, then they are nasab sound. They are object in the sentence. action is being done on them. I'm writing a book. Book is a subject, but I am is a doer. I'm Rafa. Jar, Muslimin, Muslimaini, Muslimina. It is an in sound, any sound, or ina sound. It is jar. Now these sounds will come in three different groups now. Rafa, nasab, and jar. If it is Rafa, if it is these sounds, then it will go in Rafa. If they are these sounds, then they will go in the nasab column. And if they are these sounds, then they will go in the jar column. What about feminine? Muslimatun, Muslimatani, Muslimatun. You already know this. I'm only telling you the new information is all these three sounds are Rafa. Marfu. Nominative case. Subject. Okay. Muslimatan, Muslimataini, Muslimatin. These are mansub sounds. Nasab sounds. Muslimatin, Muslimataini, Muslimatin. These are majrur sounds. When we're learning to recite Quran, say do not change the vowel sounds because it changes the meaning of the word. We don't take it seriously, but subhanAllah, it does change the meaning. It does even change the role of that word. So it's scary. How many of you did periodic table before?
Yes, I have.
I've done it.
It looks like periodic table. It's not scary at all. It's not like a periodic table. That was a nightmare for me. I remember. It's not. It's very easy. And this is what you will be memorizing for next week. It's a piece of cake if you understand it really well. Because what I'm telling you, you already know. The only thing is that it looks a bit alien, right? Because it's all in Arabic. But you can all read it. So what is it? Marfu. You know this is marfu. Alamatul Rafa, sign of. Alama means sign. Alamatul Rafa. How would you recognize Rafa? By Dhamma. Dhamma means pesh. So if there's Dhamma at the end, it is Rafa. If it is Ani sound, how do we recognize Ani sound? Because there's Alif there. It says Alif. It makes, so you can recognize the dual sound. Then this is Una sound. How do we recognize Una sound when we're reading it? By vowel. So that's what it is. Muslimun, Muslimani, Muslimuna. This is all Rafa. So Muzakkar means masculine. Mu'annas means feminine. The rest of the terms you already know. Mufrad means singular. Musanna means dual. Jama Salim means sound plural. Muslimun, Muslimani, Muslimuna. So these are Rafa sounds. Marfu. What about Mansub? Musliman. Notice the alif at alif. Musliman, Muslimaini, Muslimina. This fatha means zabar. And ya means this ya is the sign either it's going to be dual or plural. The ya is here as well. So then you have to read it carefully. Is it ain? If it is aini sound, then it is dual. And if it is ina sound, then it is plural. Musliman, Muslimain, Muslimina. Majrur. Muslimin. Kasra. Kasra means there. Muslimin, Muslimaini, Muslimaini. So this in red writing, it shows the sign how to recognize it when you're reading it by ya, alif, or waw, by dhamma, fatha, or kasra. Same thing with muannas, which is feminine. Muslimatun, Muslimatani. Again sound, but for plural is not unaina, but atun and atin. So if it is rafa, it will be atun sound. Moving on to mansub, muslimatan, muslimataini. Again, aini sound. And muslimatin, because you only have two options. Either it's going to be atun or atin. So muslimatin is mansub. Now, moving on to the majroor, muslimatin, muslimataini, muslimat. Now, notice now this square is same. Let me draw a square so you will make sense. It is same. So the question comes now, how would you recognize? You will know. So if there's a preposition before that, then you know it is majroor. Suppose if it is a part of that phrase, possessive phrase, then it is majroor. Yep. And this square is same as well. So the homework is to memorize this with understanding and not emphasize it enough to tell you that you need to memorize it with understanding. Don't try to just memorize it without knowing what you're memorizing. Otherwise, it will not be helpful to you when understanding the Quran. So make sure you try or memorize with understanding. You can memorize the way you want. You can go from left to right, sorry, from right to left like this all the way through, or you can go from here, from top to the bottom like this, for masculine first and then feminine. So it's up to you which way you want to go. Okay? But you need to memorize it. Whichever way makes sense to you. You can go from up to bottom, top to bottom, or from right to left all the way through. Or you just halfway first. Just take one column a day. Do not set a night before to memorize it. It won't. Just take one column a day, try to absorb it, digest it, and move on to the next column. Or row. You all know these sounds, but put them in 3 different columns. That's all. That's all I did. People have make it a really big deal. And this table is called Muslim chart. So you will be asked to memorize and write, and it's the most famous chart of Arabic grammar in Muslim world. Muslim chart. We call it Muslim chart. There's another chart, because exactly same, but with al. Then it won't be unun sound. It will be al-muslimu. Isn't it? Do you understand? Al.
Yes.
Because then, yes, because it can't be common and proper at the same time. So the same chart with al in case of singular. Okay? If I find it, inshallah, I will try to look for it and I will share that one as well for you. So I would suggest you choose different color themes. The way it's done here. To choose 3 different colors for Rafa, Nasab, and Jar. It will make a lot of sense to you. If you put in different colors, then your mind will acknowledge as well. Yeah? Now, let's do some quick, I'm going to give, this is a chart of whole signs. When you're reading it, how would you recognize it? Okay? When you're reading it, how do you recognize it? So in case of Rafa, it will be either single Dhamma or Dhammatain, min tanween. In case of dual, it will be Ani sound. In case of plural, masculine plural, Una sound. In case of feminine plural, Atun sound. In case of Nasab, these sounds. Dual, Aini sounds. Plural, Ina sounds. Feminine, Atin sound. Atin, this kasra. I mean, and then Jar, this. Aini, and then Ina, and then Atin. These are sounds. You can now get all the slides, but from now on we'll be doing called dissection. What do you mean by dissection? I'm going to give you a noun, and I'm going to tell you, A, give me all the 4 aspects. What is the capacity? What's the number? What's the gender? What's the era? Okay, shall we do it together? Ready? So what do you think? What is the capacity? Proper noun or common noun?
Common noun.
Noun. Thank you. It's a common noun. Number. Singular, dual, or plural?
Singular.
Singular. Very good. Gender, masculine or feminine?
Masculine.
Masculine. Very good. Arab, Rafa, Nasab, or Jar?
Nasab.
Very good. Simple. Well done.
Yes, Muslimuna.
Muslimuna. Here we go. So what is the capacity? Proper noun or common noun?
A common noun.
Very good. Number,
Plural. Sorry.
plural. Gender,
Masculine.
masculine. Arab, or
Marfu.
marfu. Okay.
No.
Well done.
Yeah.
Super duper. Hey, you got full marks. Let's do it together now. Zulumatun. You've done this word, isn't it? Zulumatun. All right. Capacity. Anyone?
Common.
Common noun. Number.
Plural.
Plural. Gender.
Feminine.
Hey, super duper. Arab.
Rafa.
Mashallah, tabarakallah. So that was the lesson today. So your homework is to write and memorize the Muslim chart. It has to be really, really solid. Okay? Because you would be reading it a lot in the coming lessons.
I think so Muslimuna, for example, would definitely be marfu, but Muslimina, because it could be both
Yes.
mansub and majroor. Is there a way of differentiating, or do they just
Yes.
overlap that
Yeah.
way?
Okay.
Is it about looking at the context then?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, that makes sense then. Thank you.
How did I know? How did you recognize it? Tell me then.
Because min is like the
Yeah.
letter family. It means from. So we
And
know
this
that
one,
that.
yes, this is mudaf ilayh, and this is
Mhm.
possessive phrase. So that's
Yes.
why. Although they're both, but they're different context.
Okay, that makes sense.
Alhamdulillah. So that's all for today. Inshallah, enjoy your periodic table. Okay, inshallah. So I will see you next week. Take care of yourself.